Josh Allen gave some interesting insight to Zach Wilson, and I want to talk about it. Hey, what's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary, back with another video, and today we are going to be talking about Josh Allen's quotes on Zach Wilson. Before we get started today, I just want to mention you can follow me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. If you haven't already, please make sure to check out the Just Jets podcast. New episodes drop every single Wednesday. And last but not least, we are also sponsored today by Versus. Check out my latest Versus game where I am asking you, will the New York Jets intercept Josh Allen this week? Link to play is down below in the description. Get on the action. Get in on the action. You can win some cash. It's a whole lot of fun over there on Versus. Check it out down below in the description and in the pinned comment.
Last question about the Jets, and then we got to get to important business. Zach Wilson, young guy, first-round pick, coming off a week in which he openly struggled. Dude, he's taken a lot here in New York City. Like, he's taken a lot of criticism. It's time to bench him. It's time to move on. You watch a lot of ball. You know a lot of ball. What do you think when you see him?
Well, again, I think it's a guy trying to make a play, and I was at that same position. You know, I threw 3 picks against the Patriots my second year, and that's kind of the game where it all clicked for me after that game. So you can take that for what it is. I think, again, I've had a lot of different talks with Zach along the way, and seeing him here at an event there, he's such a good dude. I do really appreciate how he is as a person. He's a guy that guys can get behind and really follow. Sometimes, again, it takes a little longer. It took me a while to kind of understand the nuances of this game and trying not to do too much. So I think that's kind of what it comes down to, of not trying to do too much and allowing you to trust your guys on the field with you. And I don't want to give them too much advice, before we play them. So maybe next week we can have a longer talk. But again, guys got to go out there and play football, man. Like, we can't think about making mistakes, because that's ultimately when you do make mistakes, and you just got to go out there and just got to go ball.
So Josh Allen was talking about Zach Wilson this week coming into their matchup on Sunday, and he was asked about Zach Wilson, obviously, and his struggles this past week, and he pointed out that he threw 3 interceptions against the Patriots in his second year. Now, what I don't want to do is set the bar that Zach Wilson's going to become the next Josh Allen, because that is incredibly rare. It's what Josh Allen did going from year 1 to year 3, the leap that he made in his third year to where he is now is incredible. But he kind of said, like, this is the game that everything clicked for me. Everything kind of just clicked at this point for him after his 3 interception performance against the New England Patriots, and things got a little bit easier. And what I did want to talk about was not necessarily that, oh my God, I think Zach's going to be Josh Allen, because Josh Allen's a top, at worst, 3 quarterback in the NFL. He's somewhere between number 1 and number 3, depending on where you rank him, which is just unbelievable. But for Zach, really the point that I wanted to make is that the story's not over with Zach Wilson. He's struggled. It's been kind of rough through his first 18 games, but he's going to get another 9 games this year. There are 9 remaining games, and we'll see what happens over these next 9 games. That's kind of really the point that I wanted to make in this video, and just overall this week, is because so many people are they want to pull the plug right now. And I think I've said it a ton this week, but I think if you're pulling the plug on a guy who you took 2nd overall after 18 games, you're really doing a disservice to yourself to find out what he really is. And again, that's not to say that, maybe Zach Wilson doesn't work out. Maybe he isn't the answer here long term, but I think he's afforded, or should be afforded, the opportunity to prove it. And I don't think the book is closed after 18 games. I mean, quarterbacks have gotten better after their first 18 starts in the NFL. It's happened. A lot of people think these issues are correctable with Zach Wilson, and the frustrating thing really is the highs are, like, you see the potential and you see the reason why he was taken 2nd overall, but the lows, there's just so many silly mistakes and things where he's drifting back or throwing off his back foot or trying to do too much. And that's when the mistakes and the interceptions come. If he just calms down a little bit, learns to stay in the pocket, learns to step up in the pocket, learns to tuck it and run and slide, then I think this guy could be a good player. And again, I don't think it's fair. I want to reiterate, I don't think it's fair to say, well, Zach's going to be the next Josh Allen because look at what happened with him in his third year. That's not exactly fair because that's discrediting what Josh Allen did, taking his step. But can Zach Wilson get it figured out and become an above average quarterback? I think there's still a chance for that. And I'm not one who wants to give up on that just yet. So let me know your thoughts on the Josh Allen quotes down below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please make sure to subscribe, send to a friend, like the video, comment below. I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll catch you next time.